93.5 WVIP. You've been catching us, bits and pieces of us, since 7 a.m. this morning, rocking and rolling all about the law offices of Spar Bernstein. Somehow, people are saying that Spar Bernstein has bought out Link Up Radio. I wonder if that is true.
The contracts are being signed today. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
now.
I could bid farewell.
You now work for me, Squeeze.
Yeah, right.
I say your ass is mine.
Yes.
Oh no,
Whoa,
don't say that.
whoa,
Don't say
whoa,
that,
whoa,
right? No.
Mine is not yours.
No, that is
Believe
very
me.
true.
Believe me.
After I just said that.
I can see Kyle doing a meme now of that later on. No way.
The fastest wet sugar, but wet sugar.
Yes.
93.5 just blew up on a Friday. It's what do we want to call this? Vibes Up Friday?
No. I thought it was
Fast Freddy
Firsty
Fridays.
Friday?
No, this was.
Someone said something about Freaky Fridays the other day.
Okay.
No. Fire Fridays.
Thank God it's Fridays.
TGIF Friday.
TGIF Friday. I don't know. We'll come up with something.
Let's just call it our Friday, 93.5 WVIP, and social media, Facebook, David Squeeze Annakie's page, law offices of Spar Bernstein, Brad Bernstein's page. We are pumped. We're wired. We had our drugs. Of course, legitimate drugs. Let me just disclaim that.
It should be called Family Law Fridays, Tax Debt Relief Thursdays.
You see,
You know.
nah, but you see that?
It should be.
Because I believe
you know,
everyday people need something different. So that's the reason why I have never, ever liked to just pin down one day just for one thing, because you have different people that listens on that day.
No, that doesn't mean that we don't talk about other things. It just means that for sure on that day we will be talking about family law on Fridays. And that doesn't mean...
And we don't talk about the other areas?
Of course we talk about other areas,
Oh, okay.
but certainly people know that on Fridays we will definitely be talking about family law plus other areas.
Okay.
On Thursdays, we'll definitely be talking about tax debt relief plus other areas. On Wednesday, what do we call Wednesdays? Federal...
Family Guy? Right?
No. It was
Federal crime Wednesdays.
Federal Crime Wednesdays. That's really not a good Wednesday.
They're not good ones. We're
That is not
actually...
a good Wednesday.
We're meeting today. We're going to come up with fun names.
Kyle came up with like Baby Mama Mondays or something. Was that you?
My feelings are hurt
that
right
you?
now. I'd like to take
That wasn't you?
ownership.
Somebody came up with that.
I did?
Oh, you came up with that.
I got to take ownership of Baby Mama
Not
Mondays.
All right.
I'm
Squeeze
not
hates that.
advocating for any baby
It's
mama.
not great.
Squeeze
It's
hates
not
that one.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, once again, this is a show about law and a few other minor things, of course, as we have found out and the listeners have found out. But anyway, let's just get the lines pumped right now. Everyone with an immigration question, call us up quickly. The number is 1-800-529-5465. I Squeeze. Where's the Bible? I was about to swear. Promise to ensure that Brad Bernstein answers the question as quickly as possible.
You gotta swear on Michelle.
It's on Michelle Obama's.
Yeah, someone cleaned up the office, and the password is gone. It was lying all around the office, but I think someone cleaned it up. Nope, this is not it. Nope. All right, so I promise to ensure that Brad answers all the questions as quickly as possible. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Call right now. I guarantee you, if you call right now and you don't get through, well, you know what? I got to ensure that they turn on the phones in the back. They did, Brad?
Yes, they did.
All right, if that is true, I promise and guarantee you that you will get through to the show to ask your questions on the fact that you are here in the United States, maybe out of status. Maybe you just got here and you're trying to figure out how do you stay here. Maybe you want to marry someone back in your respective country or another country. Maybe you just want to figure out how to get a damn green card or get a damn passport. Well, this is the show. Call 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLIK. And if you're going to work, stop. Ask your questions today. Yesterday we found out that ICE is on the prowl. And that ICE is not melting. It's guys walking around with guns, checking people for their immigration status, enforcing what Mr. Trump wants, because he has hired, or in the process of hiring, 10,000 more ICE officers to check us all. All right? And don't worry. They're going to profile your butt. You know how that goes. All right? So people, do something now. This is Squeeze saying, do something. Get your status sorted out. I want to see you on that airline say, yo, Squeeze, Brad sorted the thing for me. You know. I want to see you going to Rush saying, hello there, Mr. Annakie. Brad sorted out the thing for me. All right? I want to see you. All in good status, all in good standing. Call 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. And Brad, have you checked on all of that back there?
Yeah, I don't know. We're just getting bits and pieces in, but Tamika Nelson said that she saw ICE on Sutphin Boulevard in Queens. Today with dogs.
See, no one listens to Squeeze, but you know what? Yesterday I was lambasted, but I got more coming. And listen, next week, again, you will all see as the numbers ring off the chin. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to,
Howard.
Howard.
Yes, Brad?
Yes, what's up?
Yeah, I have a question. Okay, a conviction, and then I get a waiver after, and get the green card 10 years later. Can I go to Canada and come back without a problem?
What was the conviction for?
A controlled substance.
And then how did you get your green card 10 years later if you had a controlled substance?
No, they gave me a waiver.
You got a waiver for the controlled substance?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you have a waiver and you have a green card, you could certainly return to the United States. The question is, will Canada accept you? You know, Canada is not going to accept people with drug convictions, just like America will not accept Canadians with drug convictions. You only have a waiver for the United States. Canada is a completely different country. So you would need to figure out, how can I get a waiver to go to Canada? Whether you can or you can't, I have no idea.
No, but coming back is no problem.
Coming back is not a problem because you have a waiver. Going to Canada could be a problem. You want to be in Canadian immigration jail, or be sent back at the border and have, sit there for 6, 7, 8 hours and feel foolish. I don't think that's the way you want to enter Canada.
So what should
I spoke to them and they tell me it's old. It's from 1996.
All right, so whoever them is knows what they're talking about. So why are you calling me for?
What do you propose that he
No.
does?
I mean, no. If he called and spoke to them, then you got the answer already. I don't know Canadian immigration law, but I'm always scared. I'm always scared what them say.
No, I was just talking. I'm concerned about coming back.
Coming back is not a problem because you just told me you have a waiver, and that as long as you have a waiver, that waiver is good for life.
Okay, but I traveled before, but I don't know what the border.
Donald Trump is hiring 10,000 immigration officers at the border to enforce the existing immigration laws. He hasn't changed any immigration laws yet. Okay, so if you didn't have a waiver, you'd have a problem. You have a waiver, you don't have a problem.
Okay.
All right?
Okay,
I'm just scared when you say I spoke to them. Because you know what happened? No. I'll tell you why. At least from the United States point of view. Okay? When you call the
border.
I understand that. When you call the immigration service, okay, you call them on the 1-800 number, or you go down to the immigration service and you speak to somebody, and they say, at least from the United States point of view, because I see this every day, and they say, yeah, it's okay to travel. Yeah, it's okay to do your citizenship. I even had somebody come in and say, yeah, we don't see anything in the computer. You're good to go. How many times has immigration said, yeah, we don't see anything in the computer, you're good to go? The only thing they're looking at is, have you been ordered deported or not? That doesn't mean, just because they say you're good to go, unless you have a piece of paper from Jeff Sessions, who is the Attorney General of the United States of America, at least for 3 more days, okay? If you have a letter from him saying you are good to go and we will not prosecute you for deportation when you come back into the United States, short of that letter, you may or may not be good to go, and you would need to speak to a lawyer to actually look at the law, because all the immigration service is doing is looking in the computer to see if you have an order of deportation. But they cannot give you legal advice, and if they do give you legal advice, it's not coming from a lawyer, and it's not coming from anybody who's going to make a decision whether or not to put you in deportation or not when you come back in the border.
Could I come and see you?
Yeah, I think you should. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Brad,
All right.
you see, I hope you all understand, okay? That is a true salesman right there, Brad. And salesman in the perspective and the sense that he wants this man to get the right thing done, but at the same time not go to the wrong place or them to get it done.
Right.
Come to him because he is good. Good, Brad. We actually could use you for something.
This is what I do.
Yes.
This is what I do, my friend.
I know.
I give good advice. I give honest advice. I mean, it's a reality. Okay? You don't have to be a salesperson. You just give good, honest advice. You're a smart guy and, you know, sells itself. Right? It's like you ever go see the guy, I don't need to sell the Cadillac. Cadillac sells itself.
That's
right?
true.
But they say it about, right? They said about drugs, right?
Yeah, definitely about drugs.
Yeah.
You don't sell people drugs. You offer them drugs.
You offer them drugs. The drugs sell themselves.
Yeah, drugs sell themselves. there's no ads. There's no marketing strategy.
Yeah, there's nothing, right?
You offer them drugs.
You offer them and it sells itself. Yeah, when was the last time you saw a TV commercial for, like, you know?
Even like a Lambo, like the high-end cars, they sell themselves.
That's why I said Cadillac sells itself.
Wait a minute. You drive something way better than a Cadillac, and you
He
consider
does,
a
doesn't he?
Cadillac
Yeah.
to be a
Give me a
high-end.
lambast.
I believe Cadillac is a What are you, Native American?
I'm just saying, you are I.
Well, good, because I kept saying because I thought Kyle was going to end his sentence, and it was just one long run-on sentence that never had a sentence.
Thank you so much for that, Kyle, because normally, you know, when people speak about what I drive, it goes on for about 29 minutes. You know, let's proceed.
Yeah. You know, Ashley said to me yesterday, Squeeze got a Ferrari. And I go, yeah. We even had a discussion about your Ferrari.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ashley and I.
Oh, man.
I saw Squeeze has an amazing view in his apartment.
Yes.
And he got it on points, I've heard.
Yes, he did.
He got it on.
You got it all on points.
No, that I worked for.
Yes, you got it all on
That
points.
I worked for.
The view
Right.
is
Do you
so
know what?
amazing.
Do you know what? Do you know what his license plate
That I worked
Squeeze's
for.
Ferrari says?
What does it say?
It says plush.
Really?
Yes.
All right, I have to ask you about that after this.
It means peace, love, unity, strength, harmony, but it also means plush. Like, this is plush.
It's an acronym, dude.
Yeah, it's an acronym, but it also means this is plush.
like good cotton.
Exactly. Like good cotton, exactly.
See what I'm saying? Once the Ferrari
Yes.
conversation starts, it never
Yes.
stops.
Now
All
now we're
right.
all on Squeeze's finance.
Sandra.
It's not all that is cracked up.
Yes.
to be.
Sandra.
Good morning.
Trust
How are
me.
you?
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good, thank you.
What's going on?
I'm calling on behalf of a friend.
Uh-huh.
And let me will try and explain the situation as best as I can.
Okay.
Okay, this friend is about to take the test for citizenship in the next 2 weeks. And then he was arrested for an alleged crime. Well, to him, well, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Should he go ahead and take that test, or what should I do?
He has a pending citizenship right now?
Yes.
Okay, what was the alleged crime that he was in the wrong place at the wrong time?
Oh, Lord, I don't want to go about saying it.
All right, it's a
So that's
serious
sometimes-
offense?
Serious, yes.
Okay, so then he should not be attending a citizenship interview because nothing good's going to come from it.
Nope.
And what he should be doing, most importantly, especially if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you better have
Yeah.
really good criminal defense attorneys who are going to represent
Yeah.
you, because if he's found guilty of a serious offense, he obviously is not a citizen. He's looking at probably deportation, certainly. So the best way to avoid the immigration problem is to have a really good criminal defense attorney, especially if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Even if you're in the right place
Yeah.
at the right time, you still have rights.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Okay.
what his only move right now, he has one move, and his only
Okay.
move is to speak to David Moreno immediately. Okay?
David Moreno?
David Moreno. I'm going to tell you exactly. He's in my office. He's a former
Okay.
district attorney in Manhattan. He has been
Let me get down the name. Let me write down the name.
He has been awarded multiple awards. I don't even know. If you went to the website, Kyle, can you tick off all of his awards?
Let's see.
Can you go to the
Okay,
website right
can you
now and tick
spell
off
the
his
last
awards?
Can you spell the last name, please?
Moreno. But it's the same
Moreno,
telephone
okay.
number. But it's the same telephone number.
Oh, okay.
Same telephone number. You want
Okay.
the Spar and Bernstein Criminal Defense Department.
Okay, so can you represent him also?
Yes.
Why don't you just hold on a
Hold
second?
one
Let's
second.
get that going
Hold on
for
one
you.
second, okay?
So
Once again, folks.
Right. And
Brad,
by the way,
excuse-
you have the awards? Let me
Yeah.
just read it off.
Can I give out a number?
1 second. I just want him to read off the awards.
All
So
right,
this
no
woman
problem. I won't
knows.
give out the number.
This woman knows who's going to be representing her.
Top 10 under 40 for 2016. National Black Lawyers. Top 40 under 40. Top 100 trial attorneys.
From who?
Okay.
The
Okay.
National Trial
National
Lawyers.
Trial Lawyers Association.
Yeah.
I mean, you're hiring a top lawyer. Okay, and that's what you need.
Yeah, right now I'm
Okay.
right now I'm out of the U.S. So
Okay,
I
hold
wanna
on
get
1
back
second.
and then
1 second. All right, so this guy needs to come in. Hold on 1 second. All right. All right. Now, Squeeze, you can.
You sure?
Yes, you can.
All right. All right. You sure?
I am positive, Squeeze.
Okay.
I am very. I've never. You know what? Maybe I wasn't clear enough. Squeeze, you can do your thing now.
Okay. Can I get that in writing?
Yes, Squeeze, you can do your thing now.
1-800-529-5465. A very powerful number, a very important number. It's for a full service law firm in the capacity of, yes, immigration, yes, criminal defense, yes, construction accidents, aka injury or personal injuries, automobile accidents and more, yes, family law, and yes, tax law. Got questions in those areas? You definitely want to be reaching out to Spar and Bernstein. The number is 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. I know for a fact, this is a fact, that there's absolutely no comprehensive law program like this one anywhere in the immediate tri-state area where we speak about 5 different areas of law every single weekday and Saturday.
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
Twice a
None.
day.
There's absolutely none.
Twice a day.
Who wants to test me? I'll put money
I'll
on that
test
one.
you.
No, you don't.
I will always test you.
What, you're going to test me? I don't use drugs.
You do not use drugs.
No, so you can test all you want.
Okay.
All right? You can test.
I will.
Drugs. Everything will come up negative.
Good.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. That is the number. Store it now. Dial it. Let it ring for about 10-15 seconds like I always say. This way we know you're storing it. 1-800-529-5465. However, you want your immigration question answered right now? Well, call this number. 1-800-529-5465 for free. Let's go to SMG. Pop a question there, man. Pop, 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 pop.
That was very fast and without warning, Squeeze.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's what happens when you're in the hood. Pop. Pop.
Right.
Cassie
all right, so 1 second. So Nicolette Forster wants to know, hey Kyle, what's up?
You're not serious, right?
I'm reading the questions off because Kyle wasn't ready.
No, I'm ready.
Oh, now you're ready.
Do you know who Nicolette Foster is?
That's you.
All right, Cassie Ben. Good morning. If a
That's
father
the girl from
has-
Girls Trip.
If a father has filed for his wife and he mentioned his children on the document but never filed for them, what can be done? The children are not from his wife.
If the father's a citizen, mentioning the children doesn't do anything other than he mentioned them and he said they exist. You would have to file separately for each child.
My sister put in her paperwork yesterday. However, there is an expiration date on the forms. Is that a problem if one was sent in was expired?
Yes, they're going to return it.
And Elaine wants to know, when ICE stops us, do we have to show our IDs?
We had that discussion the other day.
It was a long
It
discussion.
depends what the situation may be. If you're walking down the street and you're beyond 100 miles of a border, and ICE stops you on Sutphin Boulevard, because that's where they are today with their dogs, apparently, according to Tamika Nelson. I don't know why ICE needs dogs on Sutphin Boulevard, but apparently maybe they just be stray dogs that are just following the ICE guys, and it's not their dogs. I don't know. But that would be quite funny, you know, like, the stray dogs just start following them, and everyone, is like, oh, they got dogs, too. Because I've never seen ICE with dogs before, unless it's just really to scare people. That would be the only purpose.
Yeah, what are they supposed to be
What are they
sniffing
supposed to
out?
be sniffing out?
Immigrants.
Immigrants. Aha. This person does not have a green
He's
card in
not
their
illegal.
wallet.
You didn't know. Hold on.
Exactly.
Seriously. Hold on. Whoa, whoa,
Exactly.
whoa,
That's what
whoa.
I'm
You
saying.
all did not know that immigrants have a specific smell?
Apparently.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know
That's
that.
the reason why the ICE guys are. No, they're there to get your asphalt. That's what
they're
they're
there to scare you.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Call the law office and get your
if
status sorted
on
out.
Sutphin Boulevard, if you're on Sutphin Boulevard,
There's a lot of stray dogs there?
maybe, but if you're on Sutphin Boulevard and ICE stops you, you have absolutely no obligation to show your identification whatsoever. I would just ignore it and keep walking. If a local police officer stops you, then yes, you would have to stop. But in New York City,
keep talking and read while you're talking.
But in New York City, you know, we're in a safe zone, so to speak, a sanctuary city.
Thank you.
I don't know what you're saying. We're in a safe zone, a sanctuary city, and they're not going to hand you over to ICE. That's the difference.
1-800-529-5465. 24 minutes after the after 9. It's Friday, and we're doing wonderful here.
All right, let's go to Aldine.
Aldine, thanks for calling. 1-800-529-5465. Aldine.
Oh, it's Alden, man. Alden.
Al.
Just listen to Brad here. It's Alden.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
I have my green card about 5 years. But when I go down to Jamaica and I was coming back, they pulled me over and pulled me in the other room and questioned me. Any reasons?
Yes, because they think that you may have committed a crime that would prevent you from entering the United States, or they're mistaking you for somebody else who they think committed a crime.
He could have asked. They would have told him.
They would have told him.
Yeah.
What happened?
Right.
I'm sure they told you. What happened?
Yeah, I have some traffic. Let me ask you, if you have a habitual offender, is that a bad thing or no? Not bad.
A habitual offender depends what the habitual offense is. If it's
driving with suspended license when I was a teenager.
That in of itself is not a deportable offense.
Okay.
Other things may be, but that in of itself is not. What I would suggest you do is this, okay? Whenever, and Alden, you're a smart guy, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You've been arrested many, many times. We got a guy by the name of Donald. You know who Donald Trump is, right?
Yes, sir.
He doesn't like you. Let me be the first to tell you that. He hates you.
How do you know that?
I know he hates every immigrant. Okay? All right? So he wants you out of his country. Okay? He thinks this is his country. It's not our country.
I think Donald wants everybody to stay.
No, he doesn't. Okay? He wants you out of his country. Okay? He thinks this is his country. He's the king, and he wants you out.
Who's going to do his landscaping?
I don't know who does his
on his
landscaping.
properties.
I don't know. Okay? But he wants you out.
Who's going to build his buildings?
Let me finish my sentence, please. He wants you out of the country. All right? So the last thing you want to do, if you've ever come across the police and you've ever come across, been arrested or fingerprinted, the last thing you want to do is present yourself to the police officer that Donald Trump hires to say, here I am, I've been arrested many, many times, because they're going to look at every last person to see if we can kick you out. There's two things you need to do. Stop presenting yourself to the police, which would mean traveling until we get this sorted out. And two, make this your country too. So how do you make this your country? You become a citizen. Now it's your country too. And until then, okay, it's not your country. So hold on 1 second. Come in. Let's take a look at your criminal records. Let's make sure that you're okay. And then let's see if we can make this your country too. Make you a citizen, and as a result, now you can go travel, and you never have to see that secondary room again.
All right, no problem.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. 1-800-529-5465. Brad is being very meticulous today. Very rare. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. That is the number for the law offices. That is the number to call to actually get on the air, get your LawLink questions answered absolutely free. And once again, remember, this is all about criminal defense, immigration, family law, tax law, and personal injury. Let's go to another call. 1-800-529-5465.
Sophia.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good morning.
I'm okay. How are you?
Good.
Okay.
Sophia, can you hold on 1 second? I'm just seeing Tamika Nelson said she actually Snapchatted the ICE officers on Sutphin Boulevard. Tamika, would you be kind enough to also, whether you have pictures or video, if you can share that on my timeline as well? I'd like to look at it too, because I'm not a Snapchat person. So if Tamika's listening, I'd like to see what you're looking at as well. Okay, Sophia. All right, Sophia, what's up?
Oh, so I have about, 5 questions.
5 questions?
Yes.
Oh my God! All right, let me stand up and stretch. 1 second. Let me.
No, you don't have to.
Right. Okay, what's up?
Okay, the first question is, what other forms do I need other than the I-130 and the I-130A and the the I-864 to do my filing for a green card.
Is this for an adjustment of status?
No, it's for a green card.
Okay, are you planning on getting your green card in America?
Yes.
Okay, so,
yes.
all right, and who's sponsoring you?
My husband.
Okay, so all right, you have a piece of paper?
If I have one?
Yes, I'm going to tell you all the forms right now.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. The I-485.
Yes.
The I-130.
Uh-huh.
The I-130A.
Yes.
The I-864. The
Yes.
I-765. And the I-131. Those are all the forms you need.
Okay. I-131?
Yes.
Okay. And my other question is, how long after my filing should I start filing for my child?
Where's your child?
Is it my husband who will have to do so?
Yes, it's your husband who will be doing so, but where is your child?
She's here with me.
Okay, you're going to do the same exact forms for your child as well, and you're going to submit them together. How old is your child?
She's 16.
Okay, you're going to do it exactly the same time. The day your applications go in, the day your child's applications go in, and you're going to do that same exact package that I just said to you. Your husband's going to do the second same package of forms for your child.
Oh. Both of them at once?
Yes.
Okay. And which one? Okay. And do I need to be in his tax returns?
When did you get married to him?
In 2014.
Yes, you have to file a joint tax return for 2014, a joint tax return for 2015, a joint tax return for 2016. They're going to ask for 3 years tax returns, and if you've been married for the last 3 years and you don't have a joint tax return, what they're going to say is you have not been living together with this man. Because when you file a joint tax return, that's what that demonstrates. And it also demonstrates that you're sharing an economic relationship, that you're commingling your debts and your profits of your life are all commingled with each other, which is another way to prove a valid and bona fide marriage. Now, luckily, you're going to say two things. Well, I don't have a Social Security number. What am I supposed to do? So we have a really good tax attorney here by the name of Carmela Waldron. She can go back as part of, we offer this service as part of our immigration services that we deal with your taxes. It's like full service here. So you don't have to worry and go to 100 different people. So we can go back because you're going to have to file, you're going to have to amend your taxes, file jointly, file a W-7 for a tax identification number so that they will accept your tax returns. And then 90 days later, if you properly file everything, you're going to get a work permit and a social. And then IRS and the state are going to say, hey, wait a second, you have a tax ID number. We still need a Social Security number. And then at that point, you'll have it and submit it to the IRS or the state or whoever's asking for it. So there's a process to go through. And then you may say, well, I don't want to pay any more money in taxes. Well, you may or may not. But if you owe a substantial amount, Carmela also does tax debt relief, where she actually literally negotiates down tax debt to almost nothing. But if your husband's going to go in and he's going to submit a tax return that indicates he's single or he lives not with you, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem.
Oh, the thing is, I do have a IT number already.
Okay, fine.
I got it about a month ago.
Great.
So,
so you filed. So then, one second. So if you got an ITIN number, you yourself filed a tax return as well, because you don't get an ITIN number without filing a tax return. So you filed a separate tax return, obviously.
Oh.
Okay. Yes.
But,
hold on one second.
Okay.
Because we gotta answer some other questions, but you need help. Okay. Hold on one second. When she said I have 5 questions, I already knew it's going to end in you have to come see me.
I knew that.
Right. And when you call up and say I have 5,
if you have 5 questions, then there's absolutely no way
you're doing this on your own.
Yeah, none. So you might as well come and do the consultation, and more importantly, get the consultation waived by retaining the attorney.
That is correct.
Because if you got 5, you're going to need help.
That is correct.
And when you retain the attorneys here at Spar and Bernstein, the consultation is, operative word?
Free. Okay. Waived, not free.
1-800-529-5465. It's Friday. What are you all doing?
They're getting ready for the weekend. That's what they're doing. They're saying, thank God it's Friday. I got about 5 hours left to work. One of those hours I'm going to listen to Brad and Squeeze. That means I got 4.5 hours left to work, ready to go, and I'm ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a beautiful summer weekend wherever you are in the United States and around the world. How's that? Yeah. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, with that said,
you know, one of the most screwed up thing on a weekend, a lot of people go shopping.
I was going to say, and then all of a
they
sudden,
always go up, and when they bring the stuff up to the register, let's hypothetically say they're in Macy's. We bring up about $300 worth of clothes. Okay, fine. How will you be paying that? Oh, I'll be paying with my debit card. All right. Do you have a Macy's charge card? No. Okay. Would you like one?
Yes.
And there's like dead air,
right,
thinking about it, you know,
because they said, all right, I'll apply for it, and then Macy's goes, sorry, you're not allowed to have it.
Decline stamped on your forehead.
Which is a very good transition into our sponsors, USA Credit Repair.
Who are those guys?
These are guys who take your credit. These are guys who take your credit, and you got bad credit, no credit, or you've got credit where I'll tell you what, you know. When you're going up to the counter at Macy's, okay, and they ask you want to open up the Macy's credit card because you're going to get 10% off, okay? So you're saying, all right, I'm going to get 10% off. That's great. I'm going to save 30, 40, 50 bucks, right? It's like 10% off your first purchases for whatever. They do this at every department store to get you to get the credit card. So you're going to get 10% off, and then you can I'm going to combine my friends' purchases. We're going to do it all. I'm going to save a lot of money. But they have to check your credit. And then, as Squeeze said, you start sweating bullets. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I embarrass myself? And then, do you know the anxiety level, Nikki? You have good credit, but can you imagine the anxiety level as they're like, okay, fill out this form, and let me go check it through the register, and it's like a 2-minute process, and that 2 minutes, your heart is racing.
If it goes longer than 2 minutes, that's when the anxiety starts.
Right. Yeah, your heart's racing. You're like, am I going to be completely embarrassed, and they're going to deny? Because what's my story going to be? No, that's impossible. I have great credit. Mm-hmm. They must be wrong. You know, and then you start thinking, oh, what's the story I'm going to say to, get out of this and my embarrassment? That's crazy. I just checked my credit. It's 761 when, in fact, it's like 610. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, when Squeeze says, or when I say, or when the guys at USA Credit say, having good credit saves you money in the long run, there's another perfect example of saving you money in the long run. Having good credit gives you lower interest rates. Having good credit allows you to go do the things that you want to do in America. If you don't have good credit, you are on a cash basis. So you could only, as you make it, you spend it. And you could never, ever save any money ever, Squeeze. Never. Even if you say, I want to pay my credit card bills at the end of the month, you get a credit card bill. Okay, you charge your card on January, on May 1st, and your bill's not due till May 25th. You still have 25 days to go make that bill. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
All right, so for everybody out there, check your credit. And by the way, USA Credit is only for people who listen to us on the Brad and Squeeze show. Is going to what is it? It's going to go after, or it's going to what is the word I'm looking for? Where you're going to contest every dispute. Thank you. You're going to dispute. They will dispute for $99. They will dispute every bad thing on your credit. Every bad report on your credit will be disputed for $99. Can you imagine?
Let's just clear this up. This is only for the people listening, so please
correct.
Do not be telling your friends and let them pretend that they were
correct.
listening.
Right.
All right?
Right, because we know.
Yeah.
We know. Like, for instance...
Because everyone is going to pay $300 at least to start. Right. You're only paying $99 to start. That's it.
For either people on Team Squeeze...
Okay,
or the Brad Squad.
Yeah, the Brad Squad.
They have to either say, I'm part of the Brad Squad, or I'm part of Team Squeeze. Otherwise, we know they're not listening.
But the people listening could tell their friend to say that.
No.
No, they can't.
No.
Because we know who's the Brad Squad.
We're serious about this.
We know who's Team Squeeze.
Okay.
We know exactly.
We love everybody, but we love the people that listens to us more.
That's correct.
They're the only ones that should pay only $99 to start.
So let me give you that telephone number right now. 1-800...
I think you need to give the other number so we can tell the difference, because then if because
So
they're
this
gonna
is
say,
the
just call that
number.
Yeah.
This is the number to call for the $99 special. For $99, USA Credit will dispute every last negative item on your credit report. A dispute will be started for every negative item. They will guarantee you that within 90 days, you will have your credit raised. Call this number right now. 646-200-5881.
What's that?
646-200-5881.
Why is that like someone's cell?
646-200. This is an easier way to remember it to me. This is how my memory works. 646-200-5881. I can remember 200, 58, and 81 a lot easier.
I'll tell you
Those are
what.
3 numbers to remember instead of 646-200-5881.
And what I will do, Brad, every single one of those individuals, I Squeeze will personally call you after 10 a.m. to ensure that my team is not mucking it up. I've had a few complaints in over the past 8 years. And it's Squeeze, they didn't give me what you said already, you know. So you know what? I Squeeze will follow through and call back every single person after 10 a.m. to ensure that you're getting the $99 plan to start.
By the way, I want you to know something.
What?
Members of Team Squeeze have come on to the Brad Facebook page and are shouting, Team Squeeze, Team Squeeze.
Oh, really?
Yes, we're getting taken over.
It's going to be a gang war.
It's going to be a gang war. You ever see, what was that movie with the newscasters?
You ever seen the Michael
Anchorman.
Jackson video?
What?
Anchorman.
Anchorman, yeah.
Fight in the
They
parking
all
lot.
fight in the parking lot.
Team Squeeze.
Yeah.
All right, 1-800-529-5465.
You're mixing it up. You don't even know what you're talking about. What the hell?
That's
That's the number for it.
You have to see the Facebook thing. It's the funniest thing. You have to see this. People are like, Team Squeeze, Team Squeeze. No, it's Brad Squad.
I feel like
You guys.
the listeners are taking it almost more seriously
Yes,
than you guys are.
Yeah, they are.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's get back to immigration. But before we do that, once again, we want to say thanks to the entire USA Credit Repair staff, okay, and also, of course, to USA Credit Repair for proudly sponsoring the Brad and Squeeze show. Right now, once again, only 99 people, Brad keeps saying everybody, but only 99 people will get the $99 plan
No, it's everybody.
where every single item will be disputed on your credit that is negative, respectively. Once again, the number to call is 646-200-5881. That is 646-200-5881. 646-200-5881. Only $99 if you call now to get your credit repaired. Brad, you ready?
Ready.
All right, you got to name one negative thing you can have on your credit first.
You can have.
Can tell the guys with good credit, you know.
You can have a.
They don't even know what it's.
You can have a a company that you have an installment plan with claim that you did not make your installments.
So yeah, late payments.
Late payments.
Okay, Kyle, one negative thing.
I'm guessing student loan defaultment.
Okay. What about you, Danielle?
What are we talking about?
All right, exactly. What about you?
Late payments, is that a thing?
That's already been taken.
Man.
And the survey says, this is like the Family Feud.
And
name the 5 top things on a credit report that you would see
if you have bad credit.
All right.
Tax lien's one, yeah. And
wouldn't that be great if we did the Family Feud here?
Little Nicky.
That would be funny.
Pray Daniel does not, you know, let any wind back there, you know?
Who would be Steve Harvey?
Brad, I feel like you would be a really good Steve Harvey in that case. I feel like you would be a great Family Feud host.
Family Feud host, Steve Harvey?
I don't think you could be Steve Harvey.
I can't be. I'd be Brad. I'd be my own.
That's what we need. We need the Brad Squad versus
Maybe if
Team
you had a
Squeeze.
maybe if you had a
Family Feud edition.
Yes.
Family Feud edition.
Maybe if you had a thick mustache, I could probably see it. But
yeah, we have a similar body build, right?
You like that thick mustache, right?
Right.
I love mustaches and beards.
Really?
Wow.
That's creepy.
No, by the way,
that's the reason why she was around there with Daniel.
Yeah, look at that. You know, Spielberg Jr. and Nicky are very close with each other right now, and Spielberg Jr. is sporting the beard. Oh, look at that! She's rubbing the beard all over her. Wow, that's a little too much.
Every time you bring up Daniel's name, she blushes.
That's a little too much PDA for 9 in the morning.
Look, she's blushing. Oh my God, she's blushing. Oh, it's a good thing you're not white. You're red right now.
Wow.
She's blushing.
Brad didn't let me on the show yesterday, so now I'm pimping over here. Everybody. Starting my own show, guys. 94.5.
I heard you got kicked off yesterday.
Yes.
I did.
All right, let's answer immigration questions.
All right, good morning. How long does it take for the husband who is a citizen to file for his wife and stepkids ages 14 and 15?
About a year.
About a year. All right, I squeezed one in there. I don't know if anybody else wants to squeeze one in there.
I want to squeeze a bunch.
Okay.
Quickly.
My friend is married to a U.S. citizen, but he doesn't want to adjust the status of her 13-year-old until my friend finishes school. Can my friend's aunt do SIJ for the child?
As long as one parent abandoned and the aunt is living with the child. So the child would go live with the aunt, and one parent is abandoned or neglected. One biological parent has to abandon, neglect, or injure the child, and the answer is yes.
If my U.S. citizen husband adjusts for my child, does that mean he assumes financial responsibility for the child, and also would it affect his taxes?
Yes, he does assume financial responsibility in the sense that he's providing an affidavit of support to that. He's providing an affidavit of support to the to that child, and he's promised contractually to support that child 125% above the poverty level, and that child, should that child take any government assistance because he's below the poverty level or she's below the poverty level, the government can turn around and sue the person who gave the affidavit of support.
Hello, I currently have DACA, but I'm afraid to reapply because of threats it will be taken away.
There are no threats it will be taken away. Actually, Donald Trump has stood up and said multiple times DACA will continue. Everyone who has DACA should be refiling again. Why? They already know about you. It's not like all of a sudden you don't apply for it again and you fall off their radar. They already issued you documents. They already issued you a work permit. They know exactly where you live. They know exactly what you do. And Donald Trump has said he's going to leave everybody alone and be allowed to refile again. So you should absolutely be doing it.
They also want to know, they'll be getting married to a U.S. Army soldier in October. Can I fix my status?
Yes, it can.
What about TPS, Brad?
Temporary protected status for Haitians. The other countries, it's continuing, but for Haitians, it's ending at the end of the year. Everybody who's a Haitian who has temporary protected status, everyone.
So we don't know what's going to happen, and we're less than 6 months
I know what's
out.
going to happen.
What's going to happen?
They're going to end it. And all of a sudden, there's going to be about hundreds and hundreds, I don't know how many, they say 500,000 Haitians who are now going to fall out of status. Mm-hmm. Many of them have already been ordered deported. They will have warrants out for their arrest. And you know who's going to come and knock on their door?
Who?
The 10,000 officers that Donald Trump is hiring to go arrest them.
So what should they do?
By the way, I don't know if anybody realized this or not,
mm-hmm.
but is it a coincidence that the Haitian TPS and the 10,000 immigration officers all happen at the same exact moment? They will have 10,000 officers hired by the end of the year, and the Haitian TPS ends at the end of the year? Is that a coincidence,
Not
Squeeze?
a coincidence.
It's not.
So what are you trying to say? Donald Trump doesn't like the Haitians?
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
So it's not just the Mexicans.
It's not just the Mexicans.
He hates immigrants.
He hates immigrants.
Let that be known.
Yes.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Kyle with the most intelligent statement of the week. Thank you very much.
The most obvious
statement of the week, right?
Does having experience as a project manager is compulsory for L1 and L2 visas?
No. An L1 visa is an executive or manager. So I don't know why you have to be a project manager. You could be any sort of manager or executive. L1B is for somebody with specialized knowledge. That's somebody who knows exactly how the process works for this particular company. Again, does not have to be a project manager. It could be multitude of jobs.
If a father becomes a citizen before his child turns 21, how can he get him to the U.S. or what can be done for him in Jamaica?
Say that again?
If a father becomes a citizen before his child turns 21, how can he get him to the U.S.?
File the I-130 visa petition immediately before the child turns 21, and then it'll take under a year. If you wait till after the child turns 21, that child's going to be waiting. It's now going to be an adult. 7, 8, 9 years.
Hence what they call age out?
Correct. File before 21, and as long as you file for the kid before 21 as a U.S. citizen, that kid remains under 21 for life.
Really?
Yes.
No, I know.
Good morning, Brad. To NVC, do I need to file DS-260 first and after in all requested mail documents, or mail in requested documents first and file after for the DS-260?
Do it all together. Same time.
My husband filed for me. I'm currently waiting in Trinidad for my interview appointment. My priority date is October 13, 2015. Can you tell me when my priority date will become current? I have documents saying that my case is ready for interview since August 16, 2016.
For August, let me see if this is August. For August, they are up to September 22nd, 2015. You will probably get an interview. We don't know what the September numbers will be. If you're 3 weeks behind. Will it pop up past October 15th? Will the priority dates be October 16th? Maybe. Most likely, it will be October. Will be your interview. By October, they will pass October 16th, 2015, because it's a new government year. The government does not run January to January. It runs October to October.
That's their fiscal year.
That's their fiscal year. So now, in October 1st, there's going to be a new number of green cards that are issued. They issue 114,200 green cards to spouses of permanent residents, children of permanent residents, and adult children of permanent residents. 114,000 new green cards will come up for October 1st. I assume your priority date will be reached at that point. So sometime in October would be my guess. It's possible September, but my guess is it's going to be October.
For the parent that abandons their child, does he or her have to do any paperwork for the child?
You have abandoned the child. If you're doing paperwork, then you didn't abandon the child. So what paperwork would you be doing if you abandoned the child? Abandon means, I don't want this kid anymore. Here, take him.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like if you abandon your car, you no longer have to file for insurance.
Correct.
It's like
it's like, I abandoned my car. Should I go fill it up with gas next week?
Yeah.
But it's like abandoning your job, too. When someone just doesn't show up for work with no communication.
Correct.
You ever had anyone done that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yesterday.
I've had that happen a couple of times.
Yes.
People just show up for work.
Yesterday.
Like, you still work here?
Guilty as charged.
Yes, yes.
And then they argue their point with you. Yes, I'm supposed to be here. Did you see that movie, The Office?
Right. Didn't I fire you yesterday? Why are you here today? No, you didn't
the
fire me.
guy's in the basement still getting a paycheck for years.
Is the I-131 only for travel overseas?
The I-131 is for all sorts of different things. You can use it for advanced parole is one of them, yes.
On my first trip to the U.S., one evening I was with my cousins in the parking lot of a park. When the cops came over and ticketed us, they ticketed us all with being in a park after dusk. First of all, I don't know what the hell is dusk, and secondly, I didn't even know this law. Neither did
Where are you from?
I don't know.
Where's he from that he doesn't know what dusk is?
Mrs. Critic, let us know where you're from.
Nightfall.
I didn't know
He doesn't know dusk?
She doesn't know what the hell dusk is,
nightfall.
and
It's
didn't
nightfall.
even know this was a law.
Nightfall.
It is a law.
Neither did my cousins, or so they say.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I went to court, this was dismissed. Will this affect anything when adjusting?
No, it won't affect anything when you're adjusting, number one. Number two, there's generally signs in parks that say when it closes. And so you got to look at signs in America. You got to look at signs in parks before you walk.
You know what I used to do?
And 1 second. And number three, ignorance of the law is not an excuse to break the law.
Exactly.
Okay.
Meaning if you don't know the law, you're still screwed.
You're still screwed.
Yeah.
So, you can't be like, the country where I come from, it's okay to shoot people. So therefore I came here. I didn't know that it was not okay to shoot people.
What country is it okay to shoot people?
I'm being facetious, but
Texas.
Like what? Texas, it's okay.
What kind of
apparently Florida, it's okay to shoot people.
What?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
All right, I won't get into it.
Can we add a disclaimer to that?
Yes. Only shoot people that you claim that
Ladies and gentlemen,
that you are in danger.
No one should shoot anyone
Was it the
unless
stand
it's in self-defense
what is it? The
and
stand
within the law. All right.
What's
We
it?
disclaimed
Shooting
that.
someone is actually the
stand your ground law.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Right.
It's
okay to shoot people in Florida. Stand your ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You forgot that. Yeah. If we had the old SMG here, he'd be up in arms right now.
Oh, very much so.
Okay, he would be up in arms.
Very much so.
Yes.
I'm okay with shooting people.
Yeah. No. The old.
I'm not.
The old.
That's actually not a good way to kill someone. It's better ways to kill someone.
Why,
Get away.
why are we going that way with this show? Come
What
on.
is this, The Purge? Like, oh, after dusk, it's okay to shoot people. Stand your ground, people. Like,
No. I was just saying it's not okay. Ignorance is not excuse for breaking the law. Although they do say ignorance is bliss. So, that's kind of contradictory as well, too.
Carol wants you to know that also self-defense.
I have a weapon, but I would never shoot anyone unless it's self-defense.
By the way, in New York, that's rarely going to. You shoot somebody, you're going to jail.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also, I like how
there's
Squeeze
no.
said
There's
that.
no.
And there are ways.
You
If you shoot someone and you have a licensed firearm, you better shoot them in a specific manner, even if it's in self-defense.
And even look at Plexico Burris. He shot himself.
Yeah.
Okay, remember that one?
Yeah.
He shot himself and he went to jail for 2 years.
Yeah.
Career.
So you have
Ruined his
to.
career.
Yeah.
We
Nikki
also
came
have
up to me yesterday and said, "I
Wanted
know."
to shoot you?
I know.
What?
She said, "I've researched how to commit a murder and get away with it."
What is going
co-
on?
with a
today?
completely
That didn't
straight
happen.
face.
What's going on? You guys?
But I'm just saying that if you
This show
want to
is
shoot
getting
someone
way-
and get away with it,
No,
a gun
but
would not be
Squeeze
the
has
best
a
way
way
because
of
fingerprints, you
Listen,
can never
let me
really hide a
disclaim,
gun.
this
You know
show
what you
is
can
not
do?
about shooting.
You
We have a
can-
good
you
criminal
can-
defense
you can go
department
with your
here, but do not
spouse.
go out shooting anyone.
You can go with your spouse into a canoe and take the plug out and watch. Did you see that one?
Apparently, you still go to jail for that.
Guys,
The perfect
we have
murder
an
is a murder the police don't
we
know
have more
about.
immigration.
nobody
questions.
should be taking any life.
No,
on
no,
here,
no, no.
All right?
Yes,
Okay.
life is
I
Here
completely
or
agree.
out there, no one. It's not your right. All right?
Is it possible?
Leave that to the supreme being.
Correct.
All right.
Go ahead.
Is it possible for someone to get a 10-year green card close to the 2-year anniversary?
No. You get a 10-year green card if you entered the United States after the 2-year anniversary or your adjustments approved after the 2-year anniversary. So if you got your green card a day before the 2-year anniversary, you have a 2-year card, not a 10-year.
All right, that was our final question, but now we're not talking about the other subject.
Nikki,
Yes, Brad.
for next week, pleasant conversation only. Okay. All right. You know,
I'm
let
actually not gonna be here.
me tell you something. What's not good for the Brad and Squeeze show? Teaching people how to kill other people. That's usually not a good use of our time here. Okay?
I wasn't teaching anyone how to kill anyone.
That could be a violation of the FCC also.
It could be. Yes.
Broadcasting.
We're not teaching
how to
anyone,
kill
yeah.
anyone.
I would just
I've been
say-
trying to disclaim ever since you all started, but you all just keep going down that
Did
road.
that lawyer get that lawyer?
hypotheticals.
What?
Although we do have a great criminal defense
We
department.
do have a
if
very
it-
good
you
defense
do
department.
find yourself in a sticky situation,
Yes.
which we did not lead you to.
Maybe Nikki's just trying to drum up some business.
Exactly.
Hey, no.
There's a method to my madness.
that would be unethical. That would be very unethical.
I'm trying to save myself, but I'm already drowning.
Yeah.
You all are.
Exactly.
All right. All right. And by the way, don't go out drowning anyone.
Marsha said.
People are angry at this conversation, Nikki.
Marsha
I'm
says
angry.
this
They're
doesn't
angry.
sound like Nikki. She doesn't believe that's Nikki speaking.
It's not Nikki speaking. It's Squeeze being a ventriloquist. If you notice, every time Nikki speaks, Squeeze's lips move just a tiny little bit. He's a very good ventriloquist, this Squeeze.
Yeah, the real Nikki would never say
Right?
anything
Did you
like
see?
that.
Look at his move. He just moved his lips. He just moved his lips. Have you noticed?
After 10 a.m., I might execute something that you all were discussing on the show.
Have you noticed that little Nikki and Squeeze are never talking in the same
Never
moment?
see her on the camera.
And you never see her on the camera either.
Dun dun dun.
With 3 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you that this show is called Brad and Squeeze. It's where we talk about law in multiple capacities. It's a great show. We've been doing it for approximately 20 solid years. I've been looking at this man's face, a.k.a. Brad Bernstein, an attorney.
That's why we act like we do now, I think,
Yep.
right?
And we were very serious when we started. We are still serious, but also we had some funnies in there.
Yeah, when we started, we were very serious.
Extremely
Right?
serious.
We were so square.
Yep. Very
yeah.
square.
All
you
right,
know.
Everton Williams wants to know, Brad, can you represent me? I live in Florida.
Yes. For immigration, yes.
What's the number you should call?
1-800-529-5465.
And for also criminal defense if it's federal.
Why don't you tell everybody the number?
1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. With that said, I got to remind everyone, we'll return at 12 noon. What we want from every one of our listeners from 93.5 on social media is for you to share. Share, share, share. Text somebody, call them, tell them, tune into Brad and Squeeze. They're not just great in the capacity of answering questions in regards to the law, but also, of course, occasionally they're funny. Occasionally they're corny. Occasionally they're weird. Occasionally they're in purge mode. All right? 1-800-529-5465. Let's do something that is called making it legal on the radio station for a law firm. The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LawLink. That's 1-800-529-5465.